Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. And in this video we'll know that what is the difference between machine learning and deep learning. Okay, because this concept is very important to know that what is the actual difference between machine learning and deep learning, because when you have to use which algorithm, because when you have to use machine learning algorithm and when you have to use deep learning algorithm. Okay, because when you don't need the deep learning, you need unnecessarily machine learning and deep learning. That's not the right case. Okay, in the later video I will say you that why you should not use deep learning in all of the cases when deep learning perform better. Okay, so machine learning and deep learning are both subset of artificial intelligence. Okay, in this image you will see this, that artificial intelligence is a total yeah, things, and under the artificial intelligence the machine learning comes, and under the machine learning the deep learning comes. Okay, because everything is subset of AI, more importantly. Okay, and machine learning subset of machine learning, deep learning. Okay, so what is machine learning? Machine learning is a broad field of AI where computers learn from data to make prediction or decision without being explicitly programmed for every task. Machine learning is a things that you cannot specify, cannot write every task to do, to perform. Okay, you have to just provide the data, and the machine learning algorithms learn from the data and find the patterns, hidden patterns, and on the basis of the hidden patterns, they give you the output or prediction. Okay. Okay. It involves algorithms that identify patterns in the data and use these patterns to perform tasks like classification, regression, and clustering. Okay. We later video will see that what is clustering and regression and classification. Classification. Okay. So what is the key characteristic of machine learning? If you don't know that what is exactly machine learning, in the last video I'll make a one video that what is actually machine learning. Okay, please go and watch this video. And what is the key characteristic of machine learning? Uses structured or semi-structured data, tables or spreadsheet. You will see this. Machine learning, you have to provide the structured data. Okay, you have to clean the data, you have to making a good format, you have to do lots of statistical analysis, EDA, then you pass the data to the model. Okay, so requires feature engineering. This is very important. You have to do the feature engineering. Okay, you have to pre-process the features. Okay, you have to convert the new categorical categorical features to numerical features. A lot of things you have to do, where humans select and pre-process important data features like size, color, price for the model to use. Okay, you have, in this case you have humans have to choose what things you have to use: size, colors, or price. Works well with smaller dataset, less computational power. Okay, it works well in smaller dataset and less computational power. Okay, and algorithms are often simpler and more interpretable. The algorithms are very simple. We'll see when you study deep learning. Deep learning needs a broad range of dataset, huge range of dataset deep learning need. Without, in small dataset like thousands rows, 500 rows, the deep learnings doesn't work nicely. Okay, they give the wrong prediction, and deep learning also case, in this case, there is a huge computational power, and algorithms very complex. Instead of ML is very easy to, algorithm is very easy and works very small data set. This is the difference. Main differentiate machine learning and deep learning, and also this is feature engineering. Okay, like imagine that you are building a email spam filter. So you have to collect a data set of emails, labeled as spam or not spam. The email is spam or not spam. To collect a data set, you manually select features like number of links, specific words, or email length. Machine learning algorithm and logistic regression, like logistic regression algorithm, analyze these pattern features, learns patterns, and emails find with many links are often spam. Okay, here in this case of machine learning, you have to manually find the labels, manually find the not labels, manually find the features. Okay, that this it is free or win, how many times the words comes free or wins, how many the email length, and the links, lots of links. When there are lots of links in the email, that can be spam email. Okay, you have to find this all of these features manually. Okay, but in case of deep learning, you do not have to find the manually all the features. And let's come in the deep learning. Deep learning is a specified subset of machine learning that uses neural networks with many layers, hence the deep, to process the learn from data. It mimics how the human brain processes. It is mimic, not the same. Okay, human brain is very complex, but deep learning is not that much complex. Okay, information and is particularly good at handling complex unstructured data like images, audio, text. In audio, text, or audio, text, and video data. In case of video data, in this data, the deep learning perform nicely. This is the image. You can see that this is the neural networks, simple neural networks. This is the two hidden layers, but when you work with large data, complex architecture, complex problem, then you have to see that the hidden layers, many, you can see the many hidden layers is there. Okay, in this case, the two hidden layers. You have to the deep learning process the data this way. This is the neural network you will see in the image. Key characteristic of deep learning: works with unstructured data, images, video, and or raw text. You don't need to specify the structured data. You can pass the unstructured data. You automatically perform feature extraction, feature engineering, where in case of machine learning you have to perform feature engineering or feature extraction manually, but in case of deep learning you don't need to um, perform the feature extraction or feature engineering manually. Okay, meaning it learns important features from raw data without human intervention. Okay, it automatically they learn from the data, raw data. I don't need to do by him. Don't need to manually do this manually. Okay, requires large data sets. This is very differentiate the things that from machine learning to deep learning. Deep learning needs large data set. Okay, in case of deep learning, how much data you give, the deep learning accuracy performs good. But in case of machine learning, there's a range. Okay, like you pass the 10,000 data set in machine learning, it will give the accuracy like 90%. When you pass the 20,000 data set, it will give the same accuracy. Okay, 90%, because machine learning there's a range. After this range, the machine learning performance is the same. But in case of deep learning, when you see that pass that 10,000 data set, you will see the output accuracy 80%. And when you pass the 20,000 data set, you will see the accuracy 95%, like this. Okay, its accuracy grow when you pass the more data. This is the main difference between machine learning and deep learning. Okay, and the models are complex and less interpretable, often considered black box. Model is very complex. You will see this. This is how this model works. It's a simple architecture. Model is very complex and less interpretable. Example of different DL architecture: conventional neural networks, CNN. It is used for images or audio or video related things. Use this algorithm. Recurrent neural network is used for textual data and transformer also. Okay, in this case, let's visit this spam or email filter, but use deep learning. Instead of manually selecting features like links or words, you feed the raw email text, even email address, email headers into deep learning models like a recurrent neural network. Because this is textual data, you have to use recurrent neural network, RNN. The model automatically learns which parts of the text, phrase, pattern, or even writing style are important for identifying spam. Okay, you don't need to manually find all of the features. You just pass the raw data. It will automatically say that it is spam or not spam. It might take more data and computing power, but it can handle complex patterns like sub pausing emails better than traditional email. Okay, you will see this. I'll write down the key differences between machine learning and deep learning. Machine learning, a board approach to AI where algorithms learn from data using statistical methods. And in case of deep learning, a subset of ML using neural networks with many layers to learn complex patterns. Works well and with structured data, tables, and Excel. We'll just go through this differential. We'll study. We'll pause the video and study this all of this. Okay. We'll see all of the things. Let's see one real life example. Okay. Let's see the real world example compared to build a system identify cats in photos. Okay. You have to, when you use machine learning, you have to collect dataset of photos labeled as cat or not no cat. You have to manually extract features like has whisker, point ears, or fur texture. You have to lots of things, find the features you have to manually, because when you find the complex there's a lots of cats in the world, lots of kind of cats. You have to find the every cat to identify the features in different way. You have to do it manually. How complex it is, we'll think of this. Okay. Then you train the machine learning models and decision tree or SVM using these features. The model learns to classify new photos based on these predefined features. Okay, the model um, learns the classify new photos based on the what features you select. Okay, pros works with smaller dataset, faster to train, and easier to understand why the model made a decision. Okay, but we have to find this manually these features. Okay, is how complex it is. And cons, you need to spend time identify right features. This is the very different difficult things to find features from images. Okay, it might struggle with complex images like cats in unusual pose. Okay, when the cat is in unusual pose, you have to find the features from that. How complex it is, you will think of it. In case of deep learning, you don't need to do it manually. Deep learning do is manually all of the things. Okay, if we draw photos, no manual features extraction into deep learning models like a conventional neural networks, CNN. The CNN automatically learns features like age, texture, even specific cat's features, eyes, fur patterns by analyzing the pixel across its many layers. After training on a large dataset, it can accurately identify cats in new photos, even in any cases. Okay, tricky cases. Handles complex pattern and doesn't require manual feature engineering. This is very important. Doesn't require manual feature engineering. But machine learning, you have to do manual feature engineering. Needs a large dataset. This is very important. You have to need large dataset when you apply deep learning algorithm. And significant computing power. And the model's decision are harder to explain. You have to explain the why model make this decision. This is very harder to explain this. Okay. But in case of machine learning, it's very easy. In summary, we write down the summary. So machine learning is a broader field that includes simpler algorithms, work well with structured data, and requires human input or feature engineering. It's great for tasks like predicting house prices, filtering spam emails with a smaller dataset. But deep learning is a subset of ML that uses neural networks to automatically learn complex patterns from unstructured data, like images, speech. Is ideal for tasks like image recognition, voice assistance, but demands for data and computing resources. You need GPU to train deep learning model. Okay, this is very important. You have to need power computation power. You need. Otherwise, deep learning model doesn't train. But it takes so much time to train any deep learning algorithm. Okay, this is the video. If you like this particular video, please give a thumbs up, and if you have any query, please write in the comment section. Thank you.